We're here in the beautiful base of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains where the juniper is plentiful. I love this tree. It's right outside of my kitchen window.
It's so beautiful.
It's interesting too because when you look at the juniper in the dead of winter, it still has this depth of life and hope in it.
It's one of those plants growing up in Colorado that just it remains its same picture, its same vibrancy year round, which is unique.
It's beautiful. So we did a project where we explored the plant spirit of juniper. Robin GrowLove is a muralist, creative, intuitive healer, and just a brilliant artist. And so I brought her together with our plant journeyman, Monty Cleva.
The juniper spirit holds the essence of winter. In the dead of cold season, she stays green and active for those in need of prayers. She is light and angelic and whispers blessings in the ears of those that can hear.
To do some interpretations of this plant spirit medicine. Talk about your experience of that.
It was really interesting. Our friend had created these really beautiful descriptions of their spirits. That was such an amazing depth to get into when creating the work, because being able to read that description and guide me through the process of depicting it was really beautiful. I probably would not have been able to do. I'm pretty good at painting, but it gave me the spirit to give it the spirit in a way. So it was like an honoring of that, and knowing about it too, knowing how to cook with it, knowing how to make different things with it to bring it into your body as well as a kind of like this cycle of honoring. It's been a really beautiful experience.
Yeah, it's been such an honoring for me as a clinician, working with tonic herbalism, working with plant medicine. I wanted to evolve the way we look at this from a creative standpoint and be able to have people see these images, read this poetry, experience the essence of the plant, because a lot of times we're looking at like extracting something from a plant and then just using its constitution for our health, but really it's the permission, the interplay, the interaction with the spirit of the plant that has such a profound impact on our ability to heal. And when we bring, especially this, when we talked about it being this jovial, angelic protector that uplifts, and here in the winter season, it being still beautiful and green and blue, and even the tiny little parts of it that know how to die back, is reminding us that there is this return and that we can stay uplifted and we can stay stabilized in our physical body. So I have a little juniper syrup in my coffee. So I made a beautiful little juniper pine syrup this morning. So I wanted to share that with you. You can take a little sip as we sit here with the juniper.
Wow. She's an amazing cook to begin with, but that is incredible.
Yeah, this one, you guys can check it out in the magazine. We've been doing all this creative interpretation. You can look in the link down below. We'll give you a link to this recipe for juniper pine syrup. It's really good for a lot of different things, but it's uplifting and it's astringent and it's vitalizing here in this winter season.
Thank you for sharing that.
Last thing I want to ask you, Robin, is one of the things that stood out to me when you were working with interpreting this plant artistically was how you worked with the needles. I felt like your challenge and your experience really brought through the essence of that hope and that courage and the strength that juniper represents. So share a little bit about that experience for you.
Absolutely. When you get into more technical works, those details of like those smaller details in which you have to be able to depict them in a way that really brings about what they look like. Different objects and things you can kind of just glide over it and it still makes sense in the way our brain organizes the object. But I really did have to get into each one of those needles, and the painting I did also had snow on it or even frost crystallized on it, and that was a whole other level an exciting factor to bring it to life, and that angelic description really does it justice as well. So yeah, so that was fun.
You shared with me that it was almost to the point where you were so frustrated that you had to tap into almost like a little courage to attack that level of detail.
Absolutely. As an artist who continually wants to challenge themselves with work, that was definitely one of them, where it was just like, it had to become almost like a meditation, just seeing it through, truly seeing each one of those needles through. People can relate to, not even in painting, but in just what they do, whatever their passions are, just like staying steadfast. And that's kind of the embodiment of the plant.
Stay intact even amidst the cold retreat. And it's all about transmutation of fear into courage and uplifting that. And alchemically, that fear energy, we need that to become our will, and to become our will to survive and to endure. And what better expression of that than the beautiful juniper? Guys, be sure to check out more of our creative, intuitive inspiration, food as medicine, tonic herbalism, Daoyin yoga, qigong, lifestyle practices for attuning yourself to the seasons. Check out our free content, reasonsmag.com. And if you haven't subscribed, check out that little button down there. Share with a friend, get into a deep dialogue, get inspired, and be wellness.